Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Sean, and today, what I want to go over is on why every developer needs to build a brand for themselves. Why every developer needs to build a personal brand. Now, I've had the privilege of being able to speak with hundreds of developers all around the world. And one thing that every developer has in common, which is so interesting, is that let's say most of them have said that they hate social media. And it's funny because that's kind of the stereotype that we have. We like to keep to ourselves. We like to keep our lives private. Every single one of them, most of them have said that they don't like social media. And I would ask them why. And they would say things like, I hate it. It's a waste of time. I'd rather spend time learning code. I'd rather spend time contributing to an open source project than talking about myself on Instagram. Or some people would say, I can't do it. I'm not cool enough. But what people tend to forget is that, don't you know that developers are the rock stars of today? And not only within the companies, but literally within the world. I mean, when you think about it, we get to go from zero to hero within a couple of years. Whether you go to college in 4 years, you get your degree, you make bank, right? Or if you're a self-taught developer, after 4 years of experience, you become a senior developer. You start making more money. Like, that's not normal with many other industries in the world. But we get to do that. But don't you think people want to see that? Like, don't you think people want to see what is it that makes a developer a rock star in the world today? Then think about it. When people think that, what is the first thing they do? When you have a question, what is the first thing you do? You Google it. They research. And guess what? The first set of group of people that they see online is now the standard of who they think about when it comes to a developer, a rock star in the world today. They might find that person on Instagram. They might find that person on Twitter. They might find that person on social media like Quora or Medium, or even the post on Facebook. But my question is this, guys. Why can't the person they find online be you? Like, why not you? What makes you a lesser developer than someone else? Well, let me tell you something. That person can be you. It doesn't matter how late you think you are in the game today of building a brand. Start now. Now is literally better than later, better than never. And the funny thing is that it's so much easier to build a brand than you might realize. People tend to think when building a brand, you need to show off your life. You need to show off these material things that you have, that you need to show off your lavish lifestyle, because I don't have a lavish lifestyle. Well, let's be honest, guys. Just because we're a developer does not mean that we get to live a luxurious lifestyle, because I sure don't. And I've been doing this for almost 5 years now. But guess what? What if I told you that not everyone is looking for that? That really, no one cares about your lavish lifestyle. People aren't looking for that in the internet. They could see that in movies. They could see that in actors, movie stars. They could see that in the rap stars, in singers, musicians, celebrities. They could see that lavish lifestyle watching Paris Hilton. They don't go, people are not just looking for that. People are looking for value. People are looking for real people. Let me give you an example. Who here knows Eminem? Eminem, the rapper, not the candy. Eminem, I've been an Eminem fan since the beginning. I've been listening to him since his first LP, since his first album. I know the lyrics to almost all of his songs. I'm a hardcore Eminem fan. But have you ever wondered what makes Eminem's fans more hardcore than other fans? For example, Post Malone. I love Post Malone. I'm sure some of you might know Post Malone as well. But Post Malone fans. Do Post Malone fans love Post Malone as much as Eminem's fans love Eminem? Heck no. Another person, who's another famous singer, actor, rapper, DJ Khaled. Okay, DJ Khaled. Do DJ Khaled fans love DJ Khaled as much as Eminem fans love Eminem? Think about it. No. Not even close. Then the question then is why? Why do DJ Khaled fans, Post Malone fans, I love them as much as Eminem? What is it that Eminem did different? Think about this. One person rapped about luxury. One person rapped about being rich. One person rapped about having all the girls and partying, having mansions, the Rolls Royce, the Mercedes, and BMWs. While the other person, what did he rap about? Hardships, difficulties, pain, all these different things, struggle. What Eminem did is that he made himself vulnerable to his fans. And what did that do? That allowed his fans to connect with him that much more in a deeper level. The people who talk about the party, the girls, the weaker stuff that's not so deep, they're building a weaker fan base. But the artists, the people who talk about the stronger real life stuff that people can relate to, the struggles, the hardships, the pain, they make themselves vulnerable on, yes, make themselves weaker, but guys, their fan base is going to be that much stronger, and this will allow that person to have a career lasting decades. Eminem is still around. That's crazy. I've been listening to him for 15 years, longer than that. But this is what building a brand is all about. Sculpting how you present yourself to the world. People are looking for someone that they can relate to, not for someone who just shows off. People are looking for people. So then you're probably thinking, Chris, all right, I believe in it. I want to do this. I want to be that person that people look for when they Google something, right? Then the question then is, how do you build a brand? Let me tell you, it's a lot easier than you realize. Building a brand is by doing this. By literally being you. By being the person you were made to be 24/7, 365 days a year, being 100% you. You don't build a brand by being a person that you are not, all right? You build it by being the person that you are. It's so much easier than people realize. Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, man, brand wins. Like, for example, Nike. When you look at Nike, you look at Under Armour. I love Nike, right? I love Nike. But why do some people choose Under Armour like me? I choose Under Armour because what does Under Armour do? They represent the underdogs. They represent the people that people doubted, like me. People doubted me all the time, and I relate with them. Why do people choose Under Armour? Because of that reason, because of brand. Well, Nike, why do people choose Nike? Because of their brand, that they're the biggest in the world, that if you wear Nike, you are legit. Does that make sense? Then what are people looking for? Something that represents them, people that they can connect to. Then the question then is, who will you be? And then I guess the next question, all right, Chris, then how do I build a brand? What do I need to do to build this? Now, I think this is where self-awareness comes in the most. Self-awareness, meaning, what is it that you're good at? Are you good at talking in front of people? Are you confident in front of the camera? Then do YouTube. You don't want to do 10 minutes of YouTube. You don't know how to make 10-minute content. Then what you can do next, go to TikTok, make 60-second content. You don't like talking in front of people? Then you're better at writing? Write blogs. You're a developer. Build your own website. Build your own blog. Then take that blog, post it on Medium. And guess what? You know what we could do next? That blog you put on your website, on Medium, then take a picture of your laptop, post on Instagram, and what content do you type in there? The same stuff you put on Medium. It's that easy. Build it, or just say stuff on Twitter. Building a brand, just when you think about this in business, is the single most important thing when it comes to business. But guess what? You yourself are a business. People are paying to use you to code. Guess what? More people will want to use you as a developer to represent them in the world, to look up to. Even if you don't make money from this, people will look up to you as an example. And how amazing is that? Especially when you think about how the internet is growing the way it is today. To be honest, it's brand that wins the end. When it came to social media, even for myself, I've been building my personal brand for the last 4 years. And for the last 4 years, I sold nothing. All I focused on was literally giving content for free over and over again for 4 years. And I didn't sell anything yet, but when you think about it, after giving free content for so many years, what do you think will happen when I finally could create the tutorial? Do you think people want to buy it? I'll sell thousands. And I'm 100% positive in that. But people are not buying me because I'm the best teacher in the world. I'm the best developer in the world because I am not. I'm telling you, I'm not. But what are people buying into? They're buying into me because of a brand. It takes time. And it's not easy at all. You have to put in the work. But I'm going to tell you this. What job in the world would you want than being able to be you? 24/7, 365. Being the person that you were made to be. This is why I think every developer needs to build a brand today.